Hey everybody, Jake Dester here. First off, I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers and thank you to everyone who has joined my mailing list, which you can do by downloading literally any PDF from any of my videos. I sent out an email after the last video I made asking if there was anything that you all wanted me to address, and one of the responses was a request for me to talk about short 2-5-1s. So today I'm going to do a brief overview of some short, aka quick, 2-5-1 vocabulary from Charlie Parker. These are very functional, very foundational examples. So let's begin. The first lick is one that Bird plays over a 3-6 leading to a 2 chord in the key of D, or concert F. It goes like this. Bird starts with a chromatic approach, enclosing the third of the 2 chord, or in this case it's a 3 chord, but it's a 2-5 going to a 2 chord. And then he goes down the scale, resolving from the flat 7th of the 2 chord into the major third of the 5 chord, and then arpeggiates up the 5 chord, 3-5, flat 7, flat 9, and then resolves to the 5th of the chord that he's going to, which in this case is a E minor or concert G minor 7. It's important too to know the articulations he uses. We have like a ta da 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 la da. You could do it with just one note, which swings just in and of itself. But when you put the pitches to it, it's really good. The second lick I want to talk about is a 2-5-1, and this is pretty much the same pattern except that the 2 chord is really a 2 chord going to 5 in the key and resolving to 1 in the key. So the only difference between this line and the other line is that the 9th on that 2 chord is major, and he has displaced the last 3 pitches by an octave. Otherwise, it's very similar. If you took up those last 3 notes an octave and resolved it up an octave, it would be pretty much the same pattern. He puts a flat 9 on the 5 chord, which I think is just hip, resolving to the 5th of the 1 chord. And the articulation here is pretty standard for Bird. If we were just to articulate this by itself, it would be like da 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 la ta on 1 note, which still swings. I mean, that's the hip thing about his articulation. No matter what pitches he's using, if the articulation swings, the whole line is going to be more punchy. Let's see. The next line that I want to discuss is a minor 2-5 leading to our B minor or concert D minor. It starts by leading into the flat 5 of the 2 chord. Goes down to the root, flat 7 to the major third of the 5 chord, which is very, very common in Bird's playing and probably the most functional thing you can do in a 2-5 because you're resolving 4-3. That's what the ear wants to hear. Suspension, resolution. And then from the major third, he goes up to the flat 9th of the chord. And then a little double chromatic lead in to the 5th of the chord he's resolving to, and then he arpeggiates down 5-3-1 of that chord. So it goes like this. The articulation here is also very clear and very punchy on single note. Always swinging. One more quick 2-5 line that incorporates something that is sometimes referred to as a sawtooth, where you have one pitch coming down or going up and one pitch stays the same. So you're creating this sort of lead into a tone that you're resolving to. In this case, we're starting on the root of the 2 chord, down to the 5th, up to the flat 7th, down to the 5th again, and then that resolves to the 3rd, and then Bird goes up to the flat 9th of the chord, down to the flat 7th, and then chromatically walks up to what will be the 5th of the 1 chord that we're resolving to. There's also a pickup note leading into the downbeat of the measure. So the whole line sounds like this. The articulation here again, it swings so hard. It's so good. That's all I've got for now. There's a link below to a PDF that has these 2-5-1s transposed to every key, and I will be making more videos on the topic of short or quick 2-5-1s over the next few weeks. So subscribe, click the little bell so you get notifications when I put out a new video, and thank you all for watching. Stay tuned.